already know what this is on the lockout. Today I got y'all a little treat. We interviewing right here with my man Kermit from my neighborhood, born and raised in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. We out here sitting, chilling, and he wanted to tell his story. He was with me on the island. Tell him how your experience was on the island. We're gonna let him talk so I don't interfere too much. Once in a while I may ask a question or two, but I'm into letting them talk and tell their story. This is my boy Kurt.
What's up people? What's up, War? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute.
That's what's up. Love you,
That's
boy.
my bad bot to the back. Well, my story's simple. It's like this. I was locked up for an attempt when I was about 15, from the age of 15 to the age of 17. I left Spofford after I did 20 months, and I had a lot of wars in Spofford also. Spofford was a real gladiator school.
It's lit.
For people who know, on Huts Points, the old Spofford, the original Spofford, it was really lit. And I was fighting 3 times a day, 8 days a week. That's how Spofford was.
Never glorifying, we just telling a story.
Telling the story. That's how Spofford was though, 8 days a week. They added an extra day to that place.
Fact.
So I left Spofford, I did my time, I left. I did 20 months on Spofford. I didn't go upstate or nothing. I got 5-year probation. I come home, I'm out for about a month. I'm in Manhattan with my friend Seg, Story, and my man Oscar. We're in Manhattan. We just left Esso's, and we're going to Verticals. So if you're on 6th Avenue and 23rd Street, where Verticals was, I was like on 22nd or something like that, 21st, and it's like 4 lanes. So I was on the 3rd lane. I was like, oh snap, the club is right there. So from the 3rd lane, I made my right. While the cops come out of left field, pull me over. They pulled me over. Mind you, I was in Spofford for 20 months. No warrants, no nothing ever came up. I thought all that I was done with, since I was doing time already.
Right.
The cops, I give them my name. I didn't have a license at the time. I give them my name or wherever. They come back. They're like, you have a middle initial? I was like, yeah, K. They were like, get out the car, step out the car. They put the cuffs on me again. Stayed in, I had warrants in all 5 boroughs.
Wow.
So I'm a kid, I'm thinking that's cool, not glorifying nothing, but you know, at the time I was like, wow, Billy the Kid's child.
At the time, it was like a big thing. Like if you get locked up, you was the man. That's crazy.
Man. So it was like, you know, so whatever. They locked me up. I ended up doing 6 months in Rikers Island. For the first time, I went to Rikers Island. Never went there in my life. Heard a lot of stories. Never went there. Mind you, I already knew how to bid though because I was in Spofford. So I get to Rikers Island. I got all these warrants. I got like 8 warrants. So I'm going to court every day. No sleeping, no resting. I got a bed, but I haven't even touched it. My bed is not even made or nothing.
That's stressful.
So I'm stressed out, going back and forth to court. And one day I went to one of my courts, which was a warrant I had in Brooklyn. And it was a Supreme Court warrant. So they take me to Supreme Court to the 9th floor. If anybody knows the 9th floor in Supreme Court, they know it's wild up there. So they bring me up there. I'm chilling. They put 5 of us in a pen. Me, 2 Spanish kids, and 2 other black kids. So we all in the bullpen. The 2 little kids, they've been on the island for like 2-3 years. They were fighting a body, I believe, or something. These 2 little black kids. So they go up to the little Spanish kid that was with us in the bullpen. The little Spanish kid wasn't bothering nobody that. He was reading a book. Warpath, it was the saddest, one of the saddest things I saw. The kid was in the corner reading a book. You know the kid didn't want no problems with nobody. He was just trying to stay into that book.
Make it humble.
Make it humble. He was trying to stay into that book so he wouldn't have no problems. Mind you, the kids go up to him and they ask him a couple of questions. He's all humble about it. He's about to start crying. One of the kids just open hand slapped the shit out of him.
Smacked his Thundercats out of it. Wow.
Took his jacket off of him and took his sneakers off of him. So they left him like that, barefooted, no jacket. And the kid stood on the corner, he just stood in his book crying. The kids, my man from Bushwick, my cousin Hippie, everybody, whoever from the street and is a hustler and been in boroughs and other neighborhoods and everything, my cousin Hippie is well known from Bushwick.
Hippie, yeah, I know Hippie.
Yeah. Booty and Hippie, the 2 brothers. Those are my cousins from my mother's side. So they man, Polo Ray is there. So Polo Ray is He's there. They slap that kid. They go up to Polo Ray, who was sitting next to me. Mind you, the bullpen is pretty big, and there's only 5 of us. So Polo Ray's sitting on the right-hand side of me. Polo Ray, the kid steps to Polo Ray. Polo Ray been on the island for like a year and a half. You know, he got a little juice or whatever, props or whatever. So they ask him a couple of questions, and he answers the questions right, I believe. I guess, you know?
Right.
He answers, whatever they asked him, they asked him some gang words.
Normally, like what you rap or whatever, where you
from, whatever. And he answered everything right. They were feeling him. They come and they step to me. As soon as they step to me, I'm sitting like this. I got my head down. I don't even want to look at them because I'm trying to avoid eye contact problems. I'm on the island. I don't want to get cut. I don't know none of that right now. So I don't want to do none of that.
Right.
So I'm trying to be humble. As soon as the kid leaves Polo Ray, he steps to me, he puts his foot in between my 2 feet, asks me what's my feet size.
He's sizing you, sizing. Yeah.
As soon as he sized me, I grabbed him by, he was a little dude. I'm a tall motherfucker. Excuse my words. I'm a tall dude. So, as soon as he put his foot there, asked me the question, I grabbed him without thinking about it or nothing, war. I grabbed him by his waist. I don't know where I got the strength from. He was a little dude though. He was a little skinny, frail dude. I picked him up and I slammed him on the floor. Landed on his side of his head. He stood on the floor bugging. His man tries to attack me. When his man tries to attack me, I start washing him. Boom, boom, boom. The nigga got a razor in his hand and I'm just giving it to him. Bing, 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 bing. While he got a razor in that. Mind you, I don't know he has this razor in his hand. Until I gave him a nice shot that he sat on his ass. When he sat on his ass, the razor fell out of his hand. The razor fell out of his hand. So when the razor fell out of his hand, the COs come. What's going on? What's going on? I stepped on the razor. I was like, get these motherfuckers out of here. I just beat the shit out of them, trying to plush niggas. These niggas are bugging. These dudes are bugging out. So I'm like, they get the dudes up out of there. They put them in this little ass bullpen over there. And the bullpen is mad little. The 2 dudes are in there. They little, but the bullpen is mad little. They in there screaming at the cops, going crazy. Mind you, back then the cops did not play that. The cops would come in that bullpen and slap you up. They don't play it. Now they can't do that. But back then the cops would have they were ready to put the beats on.
They'll pound fire out of you.
Boom. The SEALs get them up out of there. They screaming, cursing. I'm thinking I'm the man now. I'm lit now. So the cops come back, they ask them for their jackets and stuff. I take their jackets, put them in the toilet bowl, dirty them shits up, give the SEALs their jackets here. I take my whole favorite part of that moment, Warpath, was that I got the kid's sneakers back and his jacket back. And I gave it back to him. And my tears almost came out and everything, Warpath. I'm not lying to you or nothing, I'm telling you the honest truth. My tears almost came out, man. Because the kid was so humble, man. And these 2 kids abused him, bro. They open hand slapped this kid like that was their son.
But like the kid didn't tell or nothing, right?
The kid didn't tell her nothing. He kept the 100. He didn't tell her nothing. I got his jacket back. I got his sneakers back.
That's
and I told him, yo, don't let that happen. I'm not going to be there all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I left it at that. I turned around and spazzed on my man, Polo Ray. I spazzed on him. I told him when I come home, I'm telling my cousin what you did, how you folded, how you let me just walk. He starts telling me, oh, I wanted to see if you were going to pop. Dude, you know I pop. I'm from Cornelia, Knickerbocker. I hung out right there with y'all. For like 4 years, I was there with my cousin Hippie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how me and Hippie give it up. Once, you know, he knew how me and Hippie give it up. He knew that I wasn't going to fold.
Right. He knew you was about it.
I was a little nervous.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if he was going to pop. I didn't know if he was going to help me.
And you wasn't that experienced at that time on the island.
Yeah. I didn't know I didn't know I was going to wash these dudes up.
Right.
I didn't know that. I thought they were going to cut me, blaze me, rob me, everything. I had a Jordan outfit. I had a pair of Uptowns high 3/4 with a little thing on the back.
I was
jiggy. You know, I had my chain. For some reason, I always have a chain on.
Yeah, you always got jewelry on.
I always had my chain on the island, and my man raised like that.
Not a lot of people can hold their jewelry on the island either.
That's why the kid Polo Ray started saying, oh, you got that chain. That's why I thought. I was like, listen, that's why he was trying to tell me that's why they wouldn't try to rob me because of my chain. I was like, listen, you played yourself, whatever. I'm going to tell everybody when I get home. Boom. Moral of the story is, I gave that stuff back to the kid, man.
That's
one
what's
of
up,
the
bro.
nicest things I did. Then
Yo,
when I got back
good.
to my house, it was on. They loved me. It was lit.
They're like, you the man, right?
You're the man. Yo, you are. Yo, you. This is. Yo. It was over.
Yeah, because people, you know what it is, that people look at you like, yo, you looked out for that humble dude.
Yeah,
that's good.
one thing that came into
you know,
the story.
and then and you didn't get washed up. You beat the, you defended them.
And I got a razor back.
Right.
And I got a razor because I got their razor.
Yeah, you got the razor. That's right. You put your foot on it.
I put my foot on it. I cleaned it up. Boom. I fixed it up. They gave me a sandwich bag with bologna.
And you kept that. You kept their gun.
Razor.
That's right.
I bring the gun back with me. They were mad at that.
Right.
Those two kids were mad. They kept saying it. We want the gun. Man. We want the gun. You know,
they wanted that gun back.
I'm gonna tear you up with that thing. I'm gonna tear you up with that thing. Funny thing too, Warpath. Going to commissary one day. I was there, mind you. After that, I was there for like 4 more months.
Right.
Mind you, I was there for a minute now.
Right.
You know, back then you could walk around the hallways loose.
Right, loose.
Now
it was loose. Yeah, now it's like, yeah.
Me and two of my mans from my house, from 4 Main House of Pain.
You already
That's
know.
what it was, nigga. If you wasn't putting in that pain, you better
you was out of there.
Sign out or something. If you can't. I was on the phone, Joan. It was my house. We was lit. It was our house. Like, everybody in there was like gentlemen. They were thugged out.
Yeah, there's some houses like that. Like everybody's cool, everybody get busy, but respect.
Respect.
Right.
And the house was so respectful, and everybody loved everybody. And niggas going to people's cells.
Right.
Well, everything was cool. That house is dope. It was House of Pain, but
somebody always want to come in and mess that up, though. There's haters.
We bring the pain.
That's right.
We gave the pain. The house wasn't a pain.
There was unity in the house.
There was unity in the house. It was Dominican. That's when that Trinitario stuff and
started popping.
That's when on Rikers Island the style was of dressing Tommy Hilfiger button down or any button down with jogging pants.
Right.
A pair of shell top Adidas or Uptown, but that was the style back then. A button down with some nice jogging
now
pants.
You can't even wear your clothes.
Now they give you a brown suit. I just had one on January 23rd. I just went through on January 23rd. I'm on bail right now.
Listen, this is Kermit, and we never glorifying, just telling his story. Good dude. That was a good story. I didn't ask too many questions because I was trying to let him just tell his story, because people be like, yo, let him talk. So I already knew that from seeing previous interviews, and I let him talk.